two.
I heard about a man one day wasting not his time away. He prayed to God every morning, noon and night. He cared not for the things of man, trusted one who never failed. Oh, Daniel prayed every morning, noon and night.
Daniel served his living God while upon this earth he trod.
He prayed to God
every morning, noon and night. He cared not for the king's decree, trusted God to set him free.
Oh, Daniel prayed
every morning, noon and night.
They threw him in the lion's den because he was not honored men. He prayed to God every morning,
Noon and night.
his jaws were locked and made him shout. God sent brought him safely out. Oh, Daniel prayed every morning, noon and night.
Oh, Daniel served his living God while upon this earth he trod.
He prayed to God
every morning, noon and night. He cared not for the king's decree, trusted God to set him free.
Oh, Daniel prayed
every morning, noon and night.
So, brother, let us watch and pray, standing from day to day. He prayed to God
every morning, noon and night.
to get glad and very good, the things that God has called us to. Oh, Daniel prayed every morning,
noon and night. Daniel served his living God while upon this earth he trod.
He prayed to God
every morning, noon and night. He cared not for the king's decree, trusted God to set him free.
Oh, Daniel prayed
every morning, noon and night.
Oh, Daniel prayed
every morning, noon and night.
Honey, that was lovely.
We got through it. Wow, hooray today. Daniel prayed. Daniel's actually not up yet, so we're getting a chance to get this thing done without him adding his vocals in. So far, so good.
So far, so good. This is Frank. I'm Allie. We're here in Bryson City, North Carolina. Thank you for tuning in to Morningsong with John C. Campbell Folk School, one of the great resources out here in Western North Carolina. You were wanting to do a little fiddle piece, I think, on the banjo. I think you said that you
I was
wanted to
gonna
do some
that.
Davy
I
Davy.
was also going to clarify that Daniel's our baby. Daniel,
Oh,
I'm referring
yeah.
to here is
Right.
so the folks that don't know. So he's asleep. Maybe he'll. So here's one called "The Mole in the Ground" in the D of key, just for you and
All
she.
right.
So here we go. Yeah, I wish I was a mole had to improvise there a little bit just to stay awake.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Oh yeah, we got our morning coffee juice going over here, and just getting woken up. Now, I think that a good way to wake up would be singing about the Stranger song.
Sure, I was afraid you were going to say "Run Around the Block,"
But
I'm up
too
for
cold.
singing the Stranger song.
This is called "Everybody Ought to Treat a Stranger Right." We learned it from Blind Willie Johnson, who was a street preacher in Texas, and we named our album after this piece. Our album came out a year ago. And you can still buy it on frankandallie.com if you're so inclined. It's got, like 12 pieces on it, I think. Yeah. A few of them will play for you this morning here.
We call it the Stranger song. We do know Stranger songs, but this is one. Blind Willie Johnson, who we have a t-shirt that I printed upstairs there above us. If you need a Blind Willie Johnson screen printed t-shirt, we've got just your size.
Absolutely we do. Well, let's give it a whirl.
It'd be like 1, 2.
Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long ways from home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Hey, long way from home. Careful how you treat a stranger. I'll be lying, turn him away. Well, we fear that he may obtain when you drive him from your gate. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long ways from home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Hey, long way from home. All of us down here are strangers. None of us have no home. Don't ever hurt your brother. And cause him to pull his own. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long ways from home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Hey, long way from home. Be mindful when you're speaking. Be careful how you go along. You must always treat a stranger right. Don't insult him in your home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long ways from home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Hey, long way from home. Christ came down as a stranger. He didn't have no home. He was cradled in a manger. And oxen kept him warm. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long ways from home. Everybody ought to treat a stranger right. Long way from home. All right then.
Pretty fun. Blind Willie Johnson. We'll do a few more of his pieces. Might do one later on in the show. That's pretty all right, I think.
I think so.
We're going to get that one up. The list says, you hate the train.
I don't hate the train too much now. We do live in Bryson City, and one thing that draws folks here to come visit is the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad. Now, I've only been on it one time. I went when my mom came to visit one time. It happened to be peak leaf day in the fall a couple years back. But the big attraction is the Polar Express ride. Brings, what do they say, like 70,000 people to town or something between late November beginning of January. So we don't really hate the train. It's just that it's tricky to get through town certain times of the day when the train people are all here. But we learned this piece from Frank Hutchison, who was a musician that traveled up and down the Mississippi River sharing music. So he would take music that he learned one place and go play it in another place in a time kind of before radio, before records were everywhere. So he was helping music move along the river. So this piece is called I Hate the Train That Carried My Gal From Town.
Heck yeah. Frank Hutchison. We love. Train's trying to get going there. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And dust to dust. Show me a woman that a man can trust. I hate that train that carried my gal from town. Hey, 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 hey. There's grits on the table, coffee getting cold. Some dirty rider stole my jelly roll. And if I had a gun, I'd let the hammer down. I shoot that rider, took my gal from town. But I hate that train that carried my gal from town. Hey, 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 hey. There she goes. Yes, hello, Central, give me number 9. Well, I got to talk to that gal of mine. Well, I wish to the Lord that that train would wreck, kill that engineer and break the fireman's neck. Well, I hate that train that carried my gal from town. Hey, 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 hey. So there goes that train, somebody bring it back. That gal got her hands in my money sack. Well, it's ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Show me a woman that a man can trust. Well, I hate that train that carried my gal from town. Hey, 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 hey.
All right.
Wow, hate the train's never been any funner. Right there, I'm telling you. But,
No, I think that you can find that one on the Freight Hoppers album called Mile Marker, and it's a little, I think you jump a beat or something, makes it pretty cool in that arrangement. But check that out. We've got it for sale on thefreighthoppers.com and frankandallie.com as well. Coming up, the first tune I ever heard you play on the fiddle. I think it was.
is that right? Mm-hmm. Sourwood Mountain.
Yep. All right. I just wanted to double check there.
The chickens are crowing on Sourwood Mountain. They're still out there crowing. They get started early here, huh?
Uh-huh. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
Chickens are crowing.
Now that's too much fun. I like to play that one. It's probably my first fiddle tune I learned to play.
Yeah.
That when I worked on that and worked on Sugar and the Gourd.
Oh, really? That's the one we put on the album on Treat a Stranger Right. How long would you expect if you would estimate that you've been playing the fiddle, honey?
Well, playing the fiddle. I know that I started trying to play a little bit in 1993, but I didn't play consistently at all. It'd be put it down for years and years, and I'd pick it back up.
Mm-hmm. You want to pick it back up again?
Is it time to?
Well, it's always a good time to play the fiddle.
All right.
What you think?
I'm just gonna go ahead and do what she says this time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Since the camera's
I
running.
didn't say anything. It's a list there.
All right. Just to show you how much I love you, I'm gonna check the tuning.
Thank you. Yes, so our baby, Daniel Carson Lee, is sleeping in his bed and he is 5 months old. So that's pretty crazy. It means we get to start feeding him mashed up peas here before too long.
That's right.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah. I was looking for a job when he came along. And that, I'm telling you, we got ourselves a job.
We
It's all good.
really do.
Yeah.
It's all good. We love
I
him.
love it. Yeah.
Check us out on the Facebooks, and you'll probably see his picture. I think he's on the front page of our website picture right
He
now,
should be.
too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to play a little bit of that red rocking chair now.
Okay. 1, 2, ready. Sugar baby now. It's all I can do and it's all I can say. It's all I can do and it's all I can say. I'm gonna send you to your mama next payday. I'm gonna send you to your mama next payday.
Yay, the cats are going wild.
Yay!
They're
That one's
clapping.
running out. GB. We have one little tabby cat that we have named GB after GB Grayson, who was a great fiddler, recorded as with Henry Whittier as Grayson and Whitter. So,
So that's GB little cat. Well, he didn't make it in the picture, but we were looking at him anyway. So
he'll run back.
coming
through. We'll
up,
grab
we've
him.
got, this is Frank's fretless banjo. It's got classical guitar strings on it, so it can't get tuned up to normal banjo pitch. So whenever we play this one, we're in a crazy tuning, like, for example, B in this song.
We
It's
call
so
it
crazy.
Crazy Bee, actually, when it's just me and her. But it is.
I mean,
it's-
you get kicked out of an old time jam if you showed up trying to play in B, I think.
So for all the banjo people out there, this one has heavy nylon strings on it. So they're really, really beefy. Let me double check the tuning. So
Sounds
we're going to
good.
do a Bill Monroe piece, Traveling Down the Lonesome Road. I don't know how he would feel about us frailing the banjo on this classic bluegrass number.
Oh, well, smells what I say.
I got a feeling he doesn't care right now.
Nah, he's got better things to do right now. But this is on the first album that we put out, and it is called, that album is called Roll on Clouds. Came out in 2018 under the name Frank Lee and Allie Burbrink because it was pre-marriage. And so that was a good record. Now, do you use a slide on this one, or is that... No, that's a different banjo piece.
Okay.
All right.
Traveling down the lonesome road. We learned it on the front porch a few years
That's
back.
right, we did.
1, 2, ready. I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh how I hate to go. The wind and storms are raging high and it's awful cold. My mind is back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. And now you've gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road.
I remember, dear, not long ago you said you'd be my own. I never thought you'd go away and leave me all alone. The kind of love you have for me, I find, sweetheart, grows cold. Now you've gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road.
I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh how I hate to go. The wind and storms are raging high and it's awful cold. My mind is back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. And now you've gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road.
All I do is roam around and look for you, my dear. I know I've searched 10,000 miles, I need you here. You broke my heart, you left me here, and now I'm growing old. Why did you go and leave me here to travel this lonesome road?
I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh how I hate to go. The wind and storms are raging high and it's awful cold. My mind is back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. And now you've gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Why did you go and leave me here to travel this lonesome road?
Oh,
Yes.
I love that one. We
fun.
haven't been doing that one too much lately. In fact, we haven't been doing a whole lot of playing lately at all with the baby and first grader and homeschool and everything like that. So we really are grateful to John C. Campbell for reaching out to us and asking us to do this morning song.
Oh, yeah. Super fun.
So how about the Arkansas Chic?
Arkansas Chic. If you happen to be out there in the great state of Arkansas or from there, please don't be offended here by this next piece called the Arkansas Chic. It's just a little bit of slam on some of the Arkansas guys. They've all got such good attitudes out there in Arkansas, those guys do. They're not going to be upset at all.
Nah.
How about us accusing them of letting their chewing tobacco slobber? Anyway, something we're singing about. They take it to tobacco,
Right.
slobber on the chin.
Right. It's all in good fun.
We'll just play that way. We're not saying that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. listen to my noise. Never you marry the Arkansas boys. If you do, I tell you what it'd be called cornbread molasses and sassafras tea. Cornbread molasses and sassafras tea. Yeah, the first thing he does whenever he comes in, he takes a chew of tobacco and he slobbers on his chin. The first thing he says whenever he sits down, Madam, ain't you Johnny Cakes of bacon too brown? Madam, ain't you Johnny Cakes of bacon too brown? Courting and tell you how to dress is a buckskin hunting shirt, and this is the best. An old flop hat with more brim than crown, an old pair of shoes with the heels run down, an old pair of shoes with the heels run down. Yeah, and they milk a little brittle cow and strain it in a gourd. They put it in a corner and they cover it with a board. Some gets a little, some gets none. This is the way that the Arkansas run. This is the way that the Arkansas run. This an old board roof and a puncheon floor, an old pole bedstead, an old board door, sleeping on slats with a handful of straw, trying to get along with my mother-in-law, trying to get along with my mother-in-law. It's an old blind mule and an old milk cow, a razorback hog and a bull-tongue plow. He has a poke salad and a sassafras tea, but the Arkansas sheik, he's a mystery to me. The Arkansas sheik, he's a mystery to me. One more time. So much fun. So now I sung you all my song, and I bet you're glad it's through. The Arkansas sheep, he's feeling kindly blue. He got drunk and took it into town, cause the Arkansas gal turned his damper down. The Arkansas gal turned his damper down. I said sheep that last time.
Oh.
too.
I don't
Please.
think anyone was ever
Please
gonna
don't
know.
be offended,
Now,
Arkansas
you know,
people.
honey, I didn't even put it together, but I'm wearing my Riley Puckett t-shirt right now.
I know, that's Riley Puckett. We learned from
There he is.
him. Clayton McMitchin was playing the fiddle on that recording that we learned that from, but that's Riley Puckett. And Riley Puckett, he's buried in the little community where I grew up in South Fulton County, there in Georgia, near Atlanta. He was buried in across from Union Baptist Church on Stonewall Tail Road there in Cliftondale, Georgia. So we go visit him. I do have,
Yep.
you know.
And Frank makes these t-shirts. He's got a whole slew of designs. If you're curious, check them out at frankandallie.com. Click on the orange button that says store. And let's sing on that new song, honey, that we were working on about from Joe Thompson.
Okay.
Keep your lamp trimmed and burning. Not the other one that you used to do, but this other new one.
Can I play your guitar?
Oh, why, of course. I took it away from you. I'm sorry.
Get your strings yucky instead of messing mine up.
Okay. Now this is just a little sampling because we're still working on learning this one, but we wanted to do it so that it gets into the repertoire, right? Let's do what we can here. Let's see. Well, I got oil in my vessel and my lamp trimmed and burning. Wanna be ready when the bridegroom comes. Well, I got oil in my vessel and my lamp
Trimmed and burning.
wanna be ready when the bridegroom comes. Well, I got oil in my vessel and my lamp Well, heck, yeah, I think we'll keep that one. Let me have that, please. Now let's go back if you want to and play something we're a little more familiar with, like Standing on a Mountain.
You bet.
You down?
Let's do that.
Also from Roll on Clouds, we're kind of leaning into that album in this set list, aren't we? For some reason. We'll get into the other album here shortly. So one thing we've been doing during the pandemic, other than taking care of our baby, is so we have some folks, God bless them, call our patrons, and they support us monthly. So for $8.99 a month, they get access to special stuff. And we've been really kind of all over the place with what kind of special stuff we give them every month. But it's always some music and always some fun, sometimes instructional things. But starting for this year, we're doing a party on Zoom for them every month. And so it's kind of a way to have them meet each other, meet and greet, mingle, hang out, chat with us, be as face-to-face as we can be. And our patrons are all over the country, so, and even one in Australia. So it's pretty fun. And they can ask for requests, and we'll play them, and it's just a good time. So if that sounds interesting or fun to you, go check it out, frankandallie.com, and there's a button you can click to learn some more about that, because we'd love to have you join us. It'd be a good time. Meanwhile, this piece is called Standing on a Mountain. Learned it from Jim and Jesse McReynolds, as I recall, and all the Virginia boys.
Yeah, we played a Bill Monroe piece earlier, Standing on a Mountain. So we're playing some bluegrass tonight in a different kind of a setting.
Oh, it's morning, though.
But it's still really hot beside this stuff.
All right, here we do go.
1, 2, ready, go. Darling, will you marry me? I asked a maiden fair. Well, I turned my back upon her when I looked, she wasn't there. She let me standing on a mountain. She let me standing way up there. Where the honeybees are buzzing round the flowers there. There's a mountain somewhere in that mountain there. She lets me standing on a mountain. She lets me standing way up there. Tell me that she cares little for this mountaineer. She let me standing on a mountain. She let me standing way up there. She let me standing on a mountain. She let me standing way up there. Yo.
Yay.
Wow.
That's a sweet one.
Hmm.
Well, what about one from Treat a Stranger Right that you play the banjo on? Like, how about When I Was a Cowboy?
When I was a cowboy. All right.
Now, I do think you need your... Yeah, that's the one.
It's cheater.
I don't need it, though.
I'm going to go to the key of A now. And maybe we'll be able to see each other live within the next few months. Things are looking better up here where we're at. Really happy to say.
Yeah, we were pleased to go and get our vaccine, actually, last week or so. So that was unexpected. We weren't on the list. We just kind of showed up, and it just so happened. And anyways, I don't advocate line jumping. That's not what we were trying to do, but they decided we were worthy. So we were happy because our baby is, he's got some medical things he goes through, so we were happy that we can help protect him. So this is called When I Was a Cowboy, and we learned it from Mr. Leadbelly.
Right. 2, 3, go.
When I was a cowboy out on the western plains.
And when I was a cowboy out on the western plains, well, I made about $500,000 pulling on the bridle rein. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
Oh, the hardest battle was ever on the western plains.
We saw the hardest battle that was ever on the western plains. Was when me and that bunch of cowboys run into Jesse James. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
Me and that bunch of cowboys running to Jesse James.
With me and that bunch of cowboys running to Jesse James. Yeah, the bullets that's falling just like a shower rain. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
But if the house catches fire, there ain't no one around.
Yeah, the house catches fire and there ain't no one around. Throw your jelly out the window and let the doggone shack burn down. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
When me and that bunch of cowboys running to Jesse James.
And me and that bunch of cowboys running to Jesse James. Well, the Billy State's falling just like a shower rain. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
So come all you cowboys, don't you wanna go?
Yeah, come all you cowboys, and don't you wanna go? Come meet the Lone Ranger on the range of the buffalo. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay. Come-a-kai-kai-iki, come-a-kai-kai-iki, yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Pretty fun. This banjo that I'm playing tonight is a eBay find. I ran across one morning doing my little routine looking at banjo pots, and that week I was actually looking at old tenor pots, the tenor banjos that were made in different parts of the world. So I ran across this thing right here that was actually 12 3/8 inches in diameter, which is kind of oddball for sure. And it has really strange tone ring inside. You can go to our website. We've got some pictures, I think, of this.
Well, I know they're on YouTube in the Welcome New Banjo video.
Yeah, we've got a specific video about this banjo, but and our dear friend Jeff Delfield, who lives here in the county in Bryson City, he's our librarian, and he made this neck for us out of a piece of maple. So this is a kind of a put together little hot rod of a banjo that we're super proud of and glad to have some of Jeff's.
Let's play one more on it.
On this
you want
thing?
to?
You
Yeah.
betcha.
You think one of those classics
God don't like it?
like
We'll do
that one? That'd be a good
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So piece out of this tuning here in A. This is one we learned from Gid Tanner, and also Blind Willie McTell did this piece. Both of them down around Atlanta when they were doing this. 1, 2, 3. Fun stuff.
Super fun.
You can find Blind Willie McTell, and Riley Puckett. They went to the Georgia School for the Blind in Macon, Georgia. They were down there at the same time. So it's fun to think about those two guys hanging out.
Wish there were pictures.
I wish they were.
Or recordings. Would be amazing.
So we're down this list.
I think we're about ready to call it one more. Get on with our day here.
Wow.
Beginning of the Friday.
Now, we have the big dilemma. Do we go back to bed or punch the clock?
That's right. Well,
we'll flip for it. You want to?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here for John C. Campbell's Morningsong. The Folk School is a wonderful, wonderful place. If you've never gotten a chance to go, I sure hope that you'll keep up with them virtually until you can. We've been lucky enough to, Frank's taught there, I've taken classes there, we've both performed there and certainly enjoyed the dances there and all the community that they enrich our area with. So this piece is called Come and Go With Me, learned once again from Blind Willie Johnson, and thank you all so much.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Come and go with me
To that land.
Oh, come and go with me
To that
your kind.